This is Chicago's very own WGN Morning News at 4.
Coming up in the next half hour, our local veterinarian, Dr. Tony Kremer, joins us live in studio with tips and advice on how to properly protect your pet during these frigid conditions. All right, it is really cold out there, and it is only going to get colder here. Dr. Tony Kremer is here with more on how to keep your pets safe during these dangerous conditions. Tony, good to see you.
Hey, Tony. Great to be here, you guys.
Yeah.
Tell you, we've got a lot of dogs and cats out there that really are having some rough times with this. Our hospital in Plainfield's open 24 hours a day, and it never fails when it gets this cold that we have numerous emergencies with hypothermia and frostbite. And it's something that I think people think because their pets have a fur coat that they can just handle this. But I tell everybody, they ask how cold should it be to keep them in and whatnot, and which pets, short hair or long hair, are, certainly can handle different temperatures. But I just say, if it's too cold for you to be out there for more than a few minutes without protection or coat, it's too cold for our pets as well.
All right, so you have some ideas. I mean, what, a high of 13 today, a low of -10. What's the first thing that we should be looking for to make sure they're okay?
I think my biggest recommendation is to make sure you monitor your pet when you let them out. I think what happens in these frostbite cases is that someone lets their pet out, they come back inside, which they normally do when the weather's okay, and they get distracted on their phone or with their busy life. They don't have to be outside very long at all. Minutes can cause frostbite in this kind of weather.
And sometimes you get impatient because you want your dog to go and just like trying to hurry up, and they want to play and hang out. So just a couple of minutes, you think?
That's it. Sometimes, and especially with the short-haired, smaller dogs, and the places that are most susceptible are ear tips, tails, the feet. I think you mentioned your dog was doing a little dance this morning because the feet
one
were
leg
cold.
Up the whole time. Yeah.
That's the first sign that we watch for. And if you're monitoring the pet outside and you start to see them do that, their feet are freezing. The other thing, too, I always tell people is to keep the pet's feet groomed properly, because the hair between the pads collects moisture, the ice, and that's where they're going to get the
proper grooming
freeze.
Important to keep in mind in the winter. All right, sounds good. And then what? I sometimes when I walk my dog, I notice that she, when she's walking over salt, her paws, she starts she'll just freeze up because she doesn't want to keep the
there are two
paws.
really important things in the wintertime that we really want to watch as far as toxicity goes. And one is rock salt, because the chemicals in there can be caustic, irritating to the feet. They also can be poisonous. Of course, the dogs come inside and they're licking their feet. They're going to ingest those chemicals. We want to wipe their feet off before they come inside. And we also, we can even put little boots on them sometimes. I think for some of the dogs that are really susceptible to cold, that's a wonderful thing. The other thing we want to remember is antifreeze. Antifreeze has propylene glycol in it, which tastes sweet, tastes like candy for pets. And if it drips on the garage floor or on the sidewalk or driveway, they'll go and lick that up, and that can cause acute renal failure in pets. And there are antifreezes out there that are pet safe. Most pet stores will carry those, and they have different chemicals in, and they're more expensive. But I think if you have pets, it's a great investment to.
Last question here before we run out of time here. Do most pets need those dogs need those little jackets and little cover-ups?
Yeah, he said they're not just for Hollywood dogs.
Not just for the Hollywood pampered pets, right? I think for a short-haired dog, it can be a lifesaver. Just to have them feel good, and again, like the little boots, protect their feet from the rock salt, the drying, and the ice, and just make them more comfortable in this real cold weather.
All right, Dr. Tony, some fantastic advice as always.
My
really
pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you for coming in here. You can keep up with Dr. Tony on his on Twitter there, DocTonyDMV. His website, drtony.com. Thanks again.
I don't know about you, but my dog's female, so here we go with the pink.
Right.
The pink jacket and all that.
Mine has a pink collar too.
Really?
Yeah, she does.
It's the wife. I know.
The wife is blame the wife.
Don't let the wife go to the pet store. All right, Monday line, current temperature.